I've had a lot of embarrassing moments. It's hard to think of on the spot. Oh my goodness, what the heck?
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Fuck.
Take your time, don't worry, I'll cut it out.
Alright, thank you.
I'm not some shitty editor, my guy.
I actually don't fucking know. What the hell? I haven't done anything that embarrassing for a while. I mean, that's not really that embarrassing. Anyway, okay, so.
You said you're doing a questionnaire?
Yes, sir.
Where? Most embarrassing moment? Like on VRChat or in real life?
Oh, it could be whatever.
Shit, bro. Honestly, bro, like probably when my house got robbed.
What is your most embarrassing moment?
Still when I met you.
Okay, I'm done.
When I was like 11, 12, I think, around that time. There was this guy in middle school when I was around like 11 or 12, and everyone at the time thought he had a crush on me. I am absolutely disgusted by that. I am, because I still know him because his mother is friends with my mother, so I still have to see him sometime.
Fuck. I'm trying to think back when, like, I was in high school, because I know, like, I did a bunch of embarrassing shit then. Okay, let me tell you a story, alright? So, this was the first time I've ever done, like, weed and stuff. Like, HTC, edibles and shit. So, my friend gives me an edible, right? And, like, I took it. It was like a little hard candy thing that you let it sit in your mouth.
It was from like at the time I didn't know it, but it was this kid I was mad close with. He set me up, and these kids like broke in through my window when I wasn't home and took like $5 grand from my room. That shit was pretty embarrassing. That's some real shit. Yeah, bro, I don't know if you've heard any answers like that, but that's definitely some embarrassing shit. I was pissed, bro. I just quit my job right before that, so I was about to sit on that $5 grand for a little bit.
And we had this thing on Valentine's Day where you'd give out like roses and a note or something. I don't know. I gotten a few of those, but I didn't like people so badly that I would throw them away. And then he was the only one that gave it to me one time on Valentine's Day. And it became so awkward, and I had to sort of reject him, you know?
And I was at school during that. The first period was alright, right? Because it takes time to settle in and shit. So, turns out that day I had PE, and they made us run, like, back and forth, and I was high as fuck. Like, that's my first time ever ingesting THC. So I fucking, they make me run back and forth. I'm over here all dying. I'm like, fucking coughing my lungs out and shit.
But yeah, you live and you learn, bro. Shit.
You be young sometimes, dude.
Yeah, nah, dude. People are crazy, bro. I got like trust issues to this day with people.
Yeah, I can see why.
Especially because like this kid I knew, I've known him since like 3rd grade. And like our like parents are friends and shit.
Damn, that hit home right there.
Yeah, dude, shit's crazy, for real. It's the people you would never expect to do it.
He straight up confessed his love to me during a fucking human and society class. That was bad.
Literally in the middle of class?
Yes, in the middle of class, and everyone was watching. The worst thing was, right, that was just the first time that he did it. He did it again in high school. We kind of have a system here that you apply for high school. You can choose for yourself what school, like any school anywhere. And he chose a high school and he got rejected for it. And his second choice was the same high school that I chose.
And then, yeah, that's all. And then, like, after that, I have, like, some dry-ass cotton mouth. I freaking go to the water fountain and start chugging it all crazy. That's the only thing that I remember. Low-key, like, I was high as fuck. I didn't even notice. I think my teachers low-key knew about it. They're like, what the fuck is this bitch on? She's over there running like a motherfucking zombie across a damn gym and shit.
Okay, what is your most embarrassing moment, Gabe?
My most embarrassing moment. That is a great question, iFap to iCarly. As much as I'd like to give like a silly answer, my most embarrassing moment is probably like when I moved things too quickly in a relationship with someone who didn't really like care, which I guess is depressing. The fact that that's my most embarrassing moment. But
which I got accepted for, and then he got accepted for that one as well. And in like end first year of high school, around that time, I went to one of the school dances, which is a group of the first years, and I was just hanging out with my neighbor who literally lives next door to me, and this dude almost got in a fight with my neighbor who looks like a fucking peanut. I don't like my neighbor. But
Fucking wild.
I know. Oh my god. That was so crazy.
My dumbass would have probably tripped.
Honestly, I'm actually surprised I didn't get caught that day. That's my first time ever doing any of that. Well, thank God I didn't get in trouble. That's the good part. Actually, I almost got in a fight because of it too, because like
it was like my first like real relationship. I had met her on a cruise and stuff, and I was really into her, and she really liked me for me. And I met her at a stage where I was really self-deprecating a lot. Like my own self-value, I didn't rate it very high. So she made me feel good about myself. So that was nice. And because of the way she made me feel, I was like, bro, I love this girl straight up.
He almost got in a fight with him because he thought my neighbor was stealing his girl. And I had to explain to my neighbor how that this retarded guy is just acting like such a weirdo and that he thinks they were dating. He actually started telling people that I was his girlfriend. It got even more awkward for me because that neighbor started telling people that I tried to dance with him at the party. First of all, I don't dance unless I'm drunk, and I wasn't drunk. And second of all, again, he looks like a peanut. His head is literally ginormous compared to the rest of his body. And
I think I was at lunch, right? And like there's this person sitting like across from me at the table, and like I kept on fucking staring at them for some reason. I don't know. I think I was just like blanking out. I was like staring at them. They thought that I was mad dogging them and shit. And they're like, "Oh, yo, what are you looking at?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing. Sorry." Oh my god. But yeah, that's my story. Oh my goodness.
Anything else you'd like to share?
Nah, that's all I got. That's all I got. Everything else is a little bit too much. Oh my goodness.
Head pads.
So eventually I ended up telling her that I loved her, but it was only like 3 weeks after we met, and she didn't ghost me because of that, but she ghosted me a couple weeks later, and honestly, like, it was just really embarrassing. It was just not cool. So yeah, also I shit myself in 3rd grade.
No way. You're lying.
Nah, I didn't do that. I was a cool 3rd grade. I never shit myself.
Dude, but that's so sad. Why did she ghost you though?
No, yeah. Oh, I don't know. She just felt like she lived in Florida as well, but she lived like in Miami, and I lived not in Miami. It was like 4 hours away. So we were kind of on this weird like limbo of like, oh, do we try to make it work? Do we not try to make it work? I don't know.
And he was in like 3rd year of high school at that time. Like he was like a senior almost. So it literally is like senior freshman. He was like that type of guy, and I was so fucking down. So I also had to explain to teachers, because for some reason the teachers knew about this, and I had to tell the teachers that I wasn't dating anyone, and especially not either of those. And then the teachers got to the principal, and the principal got to my mother, and then I had to explain to everyone how I was not dating anyone, but that they were spreading rumors about dating me as if it's some kind of achievement, which is really isn't. And
oh man, I don't know. Oh, got it. Got it. My most embarrassing moment was one day at a party. We were partying with friends, chilling. And late in the night, while we're going home, I fell off and my pants broken by some weird shit on the wall. And I came home just with, half of my pants.
I was down to make it work. She said she was down to make it work, but she went to a fucking like lacrosse camp, and she found this dude that played lacrosse. Honestly, he's kind of ugly, but whatever. We're not gonna get into that. But yeah, I'm assuming that she started flirting with him, and then she was just like, okay, I'm done with you now. Like, you know that Andy meme? She's like, I don't want to play with you anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to play
That
with
was
you
me.
anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. Put that meme up. I've to iCarly. Put that meme up.
Yes, sir.
And then take my face and put it on the toy, and then make it explode. Thank you.
Oh, sorry, you.
At some point, I got so pissed off by my neighbor. Because you know what he did?
What do you do?
This girl from 4th year, came to me. I did not hang out with, like, anyone. Maybe, like, 2-3 people in that whole school. I did not talk with anyone at the school. And the whole school, for some reason, knew my name. Because they were always talking about how I'm dating this guy, but I'm also trying to get with this guy, you know? My neighbor told the whole 3rd year and 4th year how I was trying to date him. And the plot twist was that I already had a boyfriend for 2 years at that time.
Just one pant put on and the other one in my hands.
What the fuck, dude? No way.
Yes, it was pretty good.
Did your friends like see you like that?
They just lost.
Damn, no pictures?
No, I don't think so. It was a long time ago.
Oh, damn, imagine if you had pictures of that. Really good memories.
No, please.
Honestly, like, if I went through that, I wouldn't even, like, I wouldn't know what to do. I would just stay there shocked.
Yeah, I just like laying on the ground, like everyone was laughing, you know, I just in the ground, like, what the fuck? You know.
Do you still talk to those friends today?
With a couple of them, yeah. I mean, they didn't help me, they just lost, but they are good friends.
But dude, that's so sad, bro. She doesn't know that she lost a king, bro. Come on now.
Hey man, you know what they say? It is what it is.
It is what it is. Alright, Gabe, you have to do the funny now before I cut the video and then the recording right now.
No. Nope.
Yeah, you fucking stupid, bro.
Listen, man, that's all I do anymore.
What do you want to say to the channel before you leave?
Did we get that 15% increase? If we did it, I'm coming for you, bro. You better subscribe right now. And for all of you people following me on Instagram, am I hot? Comment below.
Oh yeah, I got some of my friends following you on Instagram now.
Yeah, it's because you tagged me in that one post, and then some people found me. They actually looked at the tag, and then now they follow me. And my account is not a VR account; it's a normal fucking account.
Yikes! I mean, hey, you got more egos now.
Yeah, so whatever.
Yeah, that was a big yikes. I guess that's one of the most embarrassing moments I've ever had.
Dude, that shit went on for years. What do you mean?
It did. That is why it's one of the most. But it's not the most. I have more embarrassing, but you're never gonna know that. I'm never telling you. I don't trust you with that power.
Why? What's up? What do you mean?
I don't trust you with that power.
Bro, come on now.
I think the fuck not. The fuck you mean? You're a pedophile. You fucking lolly lover.
Alright, and that's a cut, and that's a cut. That's not. I'm not putting that in the video, bro. Are you crazy?
No balls.
No balls? Alright, bet.
No balls. No balls.
I remember back then when I was like teenager, I was being a complete idiot. I climbed the roofs of my neighborhood houses with my other friends, trying to be, I guess, cool. Then I started just jumping from roof to house to roof to house. Then eventually there was one that was too big of a gap, and I fell and nearly missed. It went between my legs and nearly missed my balls, and that hurt like a motherfucker anyway.
Whatever, man. If they follow me, they must have think I was cool looking, I guess.
Exactly.
Am I right? The people who follow me? Fuck, you know what I'm saying? DMs are open, you know?
DMs are open?
I ain't gonna not respond. Might take me business day, though, because I'll be playing Valorant or jacking off, but, you know, I'll answer eventually. Danny Falcon, what is your most embarrassing moment?
Exist.
I was not expecting that, holy shit.
You know, this is a thing. You know, it happened a fucking while ago, but it keeps me up at night. I've lost countless hours of sleep. It's like I'm an old Vietnam soldier and I'm just flashing back to when my boy Bubba died. Okay, so basically, like in Sweden we're young and we got like different grades and shit. So I was like what 10, 11ish, and I'm reading this book, right? And we do this thing every month where we're like all read a little book, yeah, and then we do a little report on it. And then we like have to bring out a few verbs and then an adjective and this and that. Like we gotta, you know, review the book, what we think about it, this and that. And my teacher, he's a fucking, you know, he's a piece of shit. Like I hated him.
I just had to hold it in a ball formation for a solid like 5 to 10 minutes while my friend just waited for me to recover from it. I think I saw that scar from it.
My heart literally sank because you said that.
You don't even know, bro. It was like I was just being too cocky from it. It was scary too because I looked down the whole way. I freaked out. Like I didn't know what to do while I was going down. In that moment left where I was like, I might die from this. Honestly, it was really scary because it honestly felt like I was about to die.
And I kind of liked him sometimes. Though. He was like he's like he had fucking mad ass mood swings. So he'd like be all Gucci 1 second, and the other second he'd be like, I don't know, gay. So I was in front of the entire class, and like our class was like divided into 2 groups because our entire class actually made up of like 52 people. So I was like expecting like doing in front of like what, maybe 12 people or something, because he would like divide them. And I was a fucking antisocial kid. I was like, oh, I did not like being in front of people, but this is like a thing we have to do. So this fucking like Neanderthal just goes ahead and brings like all 52 people into one room, right? And I'm like sitting there. Oh no, I'm not sitting. I'm actually standing in front of the class. And I'm like starting to, you know, I'm starting to like read out the book. I mean the thing I wrote, I guess. I do a sentence and another sentence, and eventually like I start fucking shaking with my hands, like nervous and stuff. And then eventually my legs start shaking up a bit. I don't know, from my teacher's eye, he thought I was like gonna fall down or some shit. So this man pulls me back on his chair, and in front of the entire class, this fucking retard places me on his knee, like on his lap.
What was the scary part was my friends trying to warn me about it. Eventually, I recovered like in a couple weeks. I still have like a little scar from it because it was so rough on the fence. I never broken a bone before, but I felt like I didn't want to move it at all. Like it didn't want to move. It was like numb for like a long time, to be honest. Lucky it didn't hit right in the middle, because that honestly would have killed me to the point where I just didn't want to move like anywhere. I just didn't want to move a second.
In front of the entire class, while I'm sitting on his lap, and he's like trying to. I wasn't even like, I was still vibing. Like I would be able to do stuff, but like he asked me to keep going while I'm sitting on this guy's lap. I don't know. And the entire class just, I don't know. I could see the pity in their eyes, and I think back about it to this day. Just last night actually. It's like my brain likes doing these things, like when I need to sleep, and it just goes, you know what a great fucking idea would be now? Let's just rewind 10 years into the past and just, you know, let's have a montage of every cringy fucking moment of my life. And that one always takes the cake, you know? And then when the entire thing was over, my friend used it to roast me. I died. Like, I died a bit. Just a bit. Not too much, but just a bit. Like, thinking now, you know, I'm more old now. As a man, you know, it was a bit, you know, I'm not gonna lie. It kind of sus to place me on his fucking lap out of all places, you know. He could have just, you know, supported me with like the fucking top of his knee or something. Like, hey, my boy, just, you know, take a scooch. But like, no, he's like, you know what? Let me just pick this boy up, just slap his ass onto my knees, to my thighs, and just fucking, you know, make him keep reading it while he's shaking like a fucking, I don't know, Nokia phone. I don't know, bro. Point is, I was shaking. If my friends today think I'm retarded, like, I don't know how I didn't go to special ed. I dead ass. I'm not sure. Like, like I don't know. Like, I would have been like a top graduate of special ed class. Like, I don't know. If they had like a competition of the most retarded kid in there, I'd like fucking pass them all. Just thinking about it now. Fucking. I don't like it, Carly. I'm gonna go now. I love you.
It's okay, man.
Bye.
Good night, iCarly, good night. May your dreams be clean. Even though we all know that you're really horny. We all know that you are ERPing in your dreams, making girls scream in ways you think you couldn't before. iCarly, we all know that you're a horny man and you be fucking sex.
Virtual pussy.
He be horny having sex in his dreams. He be horny having sex in his dreams. Don't deny it, bro.
Yay! It's beautiful.